Hey guys, my name is ADC and I want to talk about the double ADC comp. Unsurprisingly, a double ADC comp is characterized by having two ADCs, one in mid and one in the ADC role. Usually they are paired with a Fafnir, because Fafnir synergizes well with ADCs because of his coerce. The easiest way to build a double ADC comp is to have one of your ADCs be a magical ADC, like Sol or Kronos, and have that god play mid. This is the strategy Dignitas went for during the Valencia Dreamhack. If you cannot get a magical ADC, however, then you need another role to pick up a magical damage dealer, being either the jungler or the solo laner. Because if you don't, then you will have 4 physicals, which are way easier to counter in terms of defense. So what are the strengths and the weaknesses of having 2 ADCs? Well, it does have a few weaknesses. You have low objective secure and also low objective steal because the main burst ability from the mage is no longer present. You're also missing out on what else the mage could have brought to the table, which is usually AoE and with some gods long range or even healing. Additionally, it forces you, if you do not have a magical ADC, to pick a magical jungler or a magical solo laner, which is usually not preferred over their physical counterpart. So now I hear you thinking, I'd just die if I have to go through so much trouble to even get the double ADC. Then what does the double ADC comp bring for me? And that strength lies mostly in one thing, and that is the objective shred. Most of the objective damage will be coming from the ADC, so having 2 ADCs in your comp will greatly reduce the time in which you can do objectives, which means that the enemy has much less time to respond. Okay, so for part 2 of this video, I would like to look at a draft between Dignitas and Energy in the Valencia Dreamhack, so I can show you guys how to properly draft into an ADC comp. As I said earlier, the easiest way to get a double ADC comp is to get a magical ADC and put it in mid. But Dignitas won't have it, so they ban out the Kronos, and then Energy won't have it, so they ban out the Sol. The next 2 bans are Osiris and Terra, which are just meta picks, nothing special. This leaves the Morrigan open for Zeros, so Zeros being a famous Morrigan player, he picks the Morrigan. Energy starts with the beginnings of the double ADC comp. The reason they pick Bellona is because Bellona counters the double ADC comp, and having a Bellona on their side prevents Dignitas from getting the Bellona. Also, the Neve could go to the duo lane, but could also go in mid, so Dignitas does not know at this point that they want to run the double ADC. So Sun Wukong is a good matchup against the Bellona, so that's an obvious pickup. And the Ravana is just once again a meta pick, just for jungle. Now, the third pick of Energy is where it gets interesting, because Adapting picks up the Ao Kuang. And Ao Kuang at this point is not very meta, hasn't been picked up or banned at all throughout the tournament, but he picks it anyways. Now Dignitas starts thinking, why would they want an Ao Kuang, the magical jungler? And what does magical jungler tell you? They want a double ADC comp, or warrior support, but probably the double ADC comp. So they ban 2 ADCs. Like, Energy already has the Neve, but Dignitas doesn't believe that the Neve is actually going to be their ADC, and therefore they ban out the Cernunnos and the Chiron, leaving the Fafnir open. So Energy picks the Fafnir, just to make sure that Dignitas cannot steal it away from them. Dignitas responds with a Gap and a Ho Yi. And why is this important? because Gab and Hou Yi are anti-crit ADCs. Meaning that Energy can now no longer pick the Artemis or the Jingwei, since crits are mandatory on those characters, limiting their god pool even further. So Energy picked the Skadi. If you have seen the games, however, you will know that Energy lost those games, even though they drafted into a double ADC comp. So, what went wrong? Well, first of all, the two ADCs they picked were both ability reliant. While that is not necessarily a bad thing, one of the strengths of the double ADC comp is having a great objective push. And by getting two ADCs who mainly use abilities for their damage, you reduce your own objective push. So Energy did not quite have the objective pressure that they would have liked. Secondly, their picks were kind of non-meta. Bellona is meta, Fafnir could be meta, but picking a Neve and a Skadi here, it's very risky, because they are very prone to getting outclassed by other hunters like Cernunnos, Hou Yi, or Rama. But thirdly, it is not only about the draft, it is how you perform on that draft. And I think while adapting did really well, and adapting could really make it work, I think as a team, they weren't playing good enough to beat Dignitas, who were really on top of their game. I think that in the end, Energy just got bested by the supreme teamwork that Team Dignitas put forth, and that is why they lost the game. My name is I Just Die, and I thank you for watching.